Hello, everybody. It is your girl Presh, and I'm back for day 9. No, 10. This is day 10 of vlogmas. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you guys never miss a video when I do upload. Don't forget to share my videos wherever with whoever so they know you rocks with your girl, though. Shout out to my 21 subscribers. Mwah. I love y'all because y'all rocks with me. I rocks with y'all. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. If you've been here before, what it do, baby? Ooh, okay. Day 1 through through 7 of Vlogmas should already be up with a brand new Just My Two Cents. I am in the process of filming this, and then I'm going to edit day 8, 9, and then this one, which is day 10 of Vlogmas, and then week 2 will be done, and then I gotta start week 3. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So this is going to be a what you watching Vlogmas review on the movie The Noel Diary. It is on Netflix. It stars my boy Justin Hartley, who played Kevin Peterson from This Is Us, and yeah, and so the only other, I guess you could say, famous known person is Essence Atkins and James Reamer. I don't know how to pronounce that damn man last name. It's a couple of other people they said was in this movie, but I don't remember seeing that man, so I don't know. But so the movie starts off with Jacob at a book signing. You know, everybody in love with his book. He an author. And, you know, he wrote this little book series, got all the ladies hot in the coochies, in the puss, or whatever. And this one lady was hitting on him like, you got it. He was like, I got a one true love. Her name Ava. Bitch, Ava is a dog. His dog, honey. So, he go home to the dog. He let the dog sit or go, or whatever. And she like, baby, you need to go ahead and, you know, find you somebody. So then he wound up getting a phone call, let him know that his mama passed and that she left you know, everything she owned to him or whatever from a lawyer. So he got to go back to his hometown to figure out what the fuck is going on. Now him and his mama was estranged and they didn't talk, because come to find out that lady was, I think, like bipolar, and she also was a hoarder. Don't give me the line. What's that lady bipolar? She might. Let me see. They don't say much, but she was a hoarder. I do know that. So, mind you, the lawyer of the estate basically asked him to sign a book for him for his wife, because you know she's a big fan. The neighbor lady, Miss Ellie, she's so excited to see him, you know, and she talked about the fact that his daddy, who he was also estranged from, had came down there to his mama's funeral hoping to see him. And Jacob was like, so sad. So, you know, Jacob, you know, he cleaned up the house and everything. Every day it's a new thing. Him and Ellie, you know, he helping her out with setting up dating profiles so she can get her date, honey. She get her man, honey. Her and this man, honey, they go out on a date. Had them a good time. So while he doing this young lady named Rachel shows up, and she like, hey, I'm not trying to be like a weirdo or nothing, but I was told that my mother used to live here. And he was like, well, who is your mama? And she was like, you know, my birth mother lived here or whatever. He was like, well, my family lived here my whole life, so girl, who is your mama? And so she was like, her name is Noel. I think she was like the nanny or something. And he was like, well, you know, maybe my neighbor Ellie could help you out with that, but you know, Ellie had already been on her date with her boo thing. So she was like, I'm gonna wait for her. And he was like, okay girl, all right. So she wound up, you know, sleeping outside her car or whatever. No, what happened? No, she was gonna sleep outside her car, and then Jacob was like, you want to go grab you something to eat, because I think, you know, her day might be a while. So they go out to a diner or whatever, you know, they're talking and getting to know each other. And, you know, she was telling him about her being a translator at the UN. And, you know, he told her he was a writer or whatever, but, you know, he didn't tell her, like, how famous he was or whatever. And so her fiance or somebody had called her phone she showed him a little cigar ring, smoking ring or whatever was her engagement ring or whatever. And so she take a phone call, she go off, and then one of his homeboys was like, "Hey, Jacob, what's poppin'?" He was like, "Look at you out here hanging out with regular people." So, you know, him and Noel, they hang, I mean, not Noel, Rachel, hanging out, and they get to know each other and all of that. So the next day, Ellie come back, and, you know, she tell Rachel, "Yeah, you know, your mom, she used to, you know, nanny for the kid, you know, nanny for the Turner family, whatever the case may be." She was like, "But I don't really know much about her." She was like, "The only person who would actually know about her would be Jacob's father, who named, what was that damn man's name? What was the dad's name? Scott." She was like, "You know, your daddy might know." And Jacob was like, "Absolutely the fuck not. We're not doing that. I think the fuck not." So Rachel was like, "Well, fuck it. I'll go see him by myself. I don't fucking need you." And then Jacob was like, "Oh, fuck. All right, I'll go." So, mind you, as he was cleaning up more and more of his mom's house, he winds up finding this diary. And so he gives it to Rachel. And he's like, "I think this, you know, was from your mom." So as you know, they're driving on their way to go see his daddy in New Hampshire, where the fuck his daddy lived at. You know, she's reading the diary and all of that. And so Rachel asks him like, "Yo, what's up with your daddy, whatever?" And so, you know, as she was reading the diary, she was talking about his brother. And so she was like, "Oh, well, where your brother at?" And so they were sitting at like a train track as the train goes by, and he basically told her the story. They didn't actually allow the audience to hear, but he was basically telling her the story how his brother died. And, you know, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that." His Noel, her mom, actually loved Jacob, you know, because, you know, he was young and he followed her everywhere, her little shadow. So, you know, it was a cute little, you know, thing. So as they get to this town or whatever to stop for the night or whatever, Rachel goes to this bookstore to decide to buy his book. Because she heard like everybody talking about this book, so she decides to she finds out he was like a famous writer or whatever, and so she decides to go and buy his book, right? The book that got everybody and their mama hot in the pussy. So she goes and she buys this book, and she sees the back of it, and the lady was like, "Oh my god, he's so handsome." Like, even the lady was like obsessed with him. So, you know, Noelle go gets the book with the dog. She leaves. He over there hanging out with people, and they go watch It's a Wonderful Life. Like, it's one of those things where they watching a movie outside, or whatever the case may be. So, you know, after the movie, because Rachel, why I keep calling her fucking Noelle? Rachel had said she had like never seen It's a Wonderful Life. Child, as much as NBC play that bitch every Christmas Eve, girl, I love that movie. So, you know, they hanging out and they go and they stay at the hotel room, and they wind up having adjoining rooms. And so as he was in there, you know, in the middle of writing, he heard like a noise come from her room. So, you know, he knocked on the door like, "You all right in there?" She was like, "I'm good." So they both don't close the adjoining room doors all the way. And so he could see her in the mirror reading his book. And she basically finished the book, and like the expression she had on her face let me know that she thoroughly enjoyed it. So the next morning when they leave, and he was like, "What was you doing last night?" And she was like, I was reading a book." And he was like, "Yeah, I know that part. Why you didn't tell me you bought my book?" She was like, "Just in case." He was like, "Just in case what?" She was like, "Just in case I didn't like it." He was like, "Well, did you like it?" She was like, "Yeah, I actually did." And so, you know, she basically gave him this rundown of, you know, what kind of person she thought he was, or whatever the case may be. So, um, they wind up going to his dad's place. They make it to his dad's place or whatever, and, you know, they wind up hanging out or whatever the case may be. And you know, him and his dad, they reconcile, and the dad winds up giving her this letter, envelope, invitation to her mom's wedding that the mom, Noel, had sent to him. And he was like, I have no idea why I kept this so long, but here you go. So she had an address. So they wind up leaving, and they wind up going to stay at a hotel. And something I thought was funny is the first hotel they stayed at, he was like, you know, I thought it was gonna be like a cliche rom-com thing where you only had one room, and they was like, no, we got two rooms. Well, the last hotel they stayed at, it was only one room. And he wound up laughing, and she was like, it's fine, we'll take it. So, you know, they wind up going to the room or whatever case may be, and Rachel, while they're in the middle of having dinner, tells him it's her birthday. He was like, are you serious? Why you didn't say anything? So he winds up ordering her a cake to the room, and they wind up having this cute little moment or whatever, drinking and having a good time, and they wind up punching. And I was like, about time, because y'all was getting on my goddamn nerve. So they wind up punching, whatever the case may be. But Rachel wound up dipping in the middle of the night, wrote him this little no, honey. And, you know, was basically saying, you know, you're somebody who's like very, you know, to yourself, and you don't let people in, you're closed off. And at that moment, I can't do that. It's a lot going on. And, you know, of course, she was engaged. And she was like, you know what? I made it this far, and you know, I know that my mother loves me, because her mom did say in the diary that, you know, she loved her daughter, and she wanted her daughter to know, you know, she loved her very much. So that's all she needed, because they were actually on their way to go meet her mom or whatever. So she dips out and go back home. So he winds up going to find Noel. So he goes to the hospital where she works, and he finds Noel, played by Essex Atkins, who, by the way, even though she is technically older than Justin Hartley and the young lady who played her daughter, she looked younger than both of them. And I just kept thinking, like, they got her playing the mama, and I had to Google how old Essex Atkins is. That lady do not look like she's 50 fucking years old. She don't. Like, I believe it just says she's 50. Don't let me be him giving that lady a new age. Hold on. Because black don't crack, but I don't want age nobody that ain't the age that they is. Yeah, I was right. She 50. But she looked younger than Justin and the young lady who played her daughter. No shade. No shade. But Essex Atkins looks good to be 50. Okay? Black don't crack, honey. Essex Atkins looks good to be 50. Okay? And, you know, so they had this moment where he basically told her, like, you know, I was supposed to come with your daughter, but, you know, because she knew, you know, you loved her from the diary you wrote that we found, you know. And she was like, well, if you see my daughter, tell her that I would like very much to get to know her, or whatever the case may be. He was like, okay, I'll do that. So then we see Rachel back chilling with her mom. Oh, mind you, somewhere in the travels, the fiance was trying to set up engagement party, and she was, I think it was when she was at the bookstore, and she was like, yeah, let's wait a while. So mind you, she down there having Christmas with her mom and daddy, her adoptive parents, and you know, her phone keep ringing. So her mom and daddy think it's the fiance, and they're like, well, what's going on between the two of y'all? You not answering this phone. She's like, it's okay, it's fine, we'll talk later. So her phone just keep ringing. So finally she picks it up and sees that it's not actually her fiance calling her, but Jake. So she go in the other room, she answers the phone, she like, yo, why do you keep calling me? Stop bothering me. Mind you, the room she walks into, she winds up looking out the window, or he tell her to come to the window, or some type of way she wind up at the window, and he outside that girl mom and daddy house with the dog on the phone. And I'm like, bitch, this is so romantic comedy type stuff. He was like, I need you to tell me right now that you do not love me. Mind you, the whole time he's sitting there giving this whole speech and pouring his heart out, the fiance pull up. She like, look, I do not love you. He was like, all right, bet. Mind you, I'm like, why the fuck you ain't tell that girl what her mama said? You see how selfish motherfuckers are? Because why you didn't tell that girl what her mama said? Like, rude, 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 and rude. So finally, Jake takes his ass back around there to his mama house after he finally got the last bit of things or whatever. I think Ellie and her new man asked him, how did things go? And I think he told her that, it worked out for however. I don't remember how the end of the movie went, but I just know this bit of information I'm going to tell y'all pissed me off. So as he made his way outside and locked the door for the last time, we see Rachel standing over there by the light pole as it's snowing, smiling, and then the fucking movie go off. What type of shit is that? They didn't hug, they didn't kiss, nobody said I loved you. I was like, what is this? Who directed this shit? What type of shit is this? She just gonna stand over there smiling. I think they hugged. I don't know. I just know the fact that I didn't get to see a kiss pissed me off. I don't remember seeing the people kiss at the end of this movie, and I don't think they did. I really think it ended with Shorty just standing over there under that light pole smiling. I gotta see if I can find it. End of this damn movie because it really made me mad. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, so the end of the Noel Diary ends with him and her staring at each other, smiling, and she's standing over there under the goddamn light thing. What type of shit is this? It was called the Noel Diary. I understand we got to hear experts and stuff from this diary, but why the fuck y'all didn't end this movie with that girl seeing her mammy, or at least her kissing him? Like, what type of shit is that? I was very upset. And so I give this movie a motherfucking 6 out of 10 for playing with my fucking emotions. Like, yeah, they hunched around at the hotel and she gave him some birthday pussy. But why the fuck they ain't kissed? They just standing outside smiling at each other in the snow. What type of shit is this, Netflix? Who the fuck directed this movie? Bad enough the girl didn't even go see her mama. He never told the girl what her mama said. Like, do you know how chaotic this is? Like, are we getting a second fucking movie to this next Christmas? What's going on? Are they gonna get married? Like, I know this is supposed to be based on a book. Do I gotta go read the book to find out the people? Like, the fuck, Netflix? The fuck? That's the part of the movie that pissed me off was the end. Because I'm like, really? This nigga get reconnected with his daddy. She don't never even get to see her real mammy. She cheated on that fiance man who seemed like he was a sweetheart with this nigga. And y'all telling me they just gonna smile at each other in the snow at the end of this movie? What type of shit? I mean, if you want to laugh and cry and be in your feelings, it's a cute little movie for that. But the end gonna piss you off if you expected anything other than what I thought we was gonna get. So fuck y'all for that, Netflix. And that's why this movie get a 6 out of 10. Cause fuck y'all, Netflix. Fuck y'all. But that is all that is it, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. Don't forget to share my videos wherever with whoever. I'm your girl Presh, and this was the end of week 2 of vlogmas. See y'all for week 3. Mwah. Love you. Bye.